Yo, I didn't want to do the video in the stadium. To be fair and credit to their fans, they were rejoicing in that. Couldn't be around it. I think it's almost like the death of 1,000 paper cuts. Finally now, it's been cut off, finished. Even though there's still slim mathematical percentage, no one feels it. But going into today, ever the eternal optimist, results go a certain way, you never know. And ironically, these two teams, when they met last week, had differing fortunes in performance. Brighton were a shell of themselves, and Everton turned up and put a masterclass on. So you're going into today, obviously with perspective of respecting Brighton and knowing how good they are, but obviously as well seeing if Everton can get us something, and neither went our way. Ironic that they're both the same result, but going in the opposite way of what we wanted. But credit to Brighton. I thought we looked very naive on the press. We either went in stages like individuals going, not as a collective, or we stood off and they just played it around us. Very fitting to say that all our midfield got subbed, because that's where I felt that we got bullied. I don't like it when he takes Odegaard off, but it is what it is. Just feels like there was no change of system, just change of personnel. But it wasn't really the personnel, it was the fluidity of the system, I felt. So it's just one of those. I felt for the first time this season at home, other than City, I can say that we got outclassed. Even against Brentford and Newcastle, we weren't outclassed. Thought Brentford were good. Newcastle had shady tactics, but yeah, Brighton looked class. They really did. And I'd say Arteta got tactically outdone as well, which doesn't happen often. So it's a weird one, because obviously there's the mix of the disappointment, but then still being grateful for the ride. I mean, let's not get this like twisted. We had it in our hands, that's what hurts. It's not like we've been chasing them all the way through. But when you look at it, competing with a team that arguably could go down as one of the greatest ever, on for a historic treble themselves. So that's what we're up against. And what it comes down to is business end of the season, the depth. And I think that game there is not a 3-0 game, but once the first went in, you could see the fatigue and the tiredness, and it became a bit desperate and erratic rather than composed and an actual set up to get playing again. And that's what it felt like today. It just felt very desperate, felt very panicked all throughout. No real sense of control at any stage of the game. We had some chances, but nothing that I'd write home about and say we had a spell in the game where we should have grabbed it by scruff at neck. So you can tell in my voice, very deflated. Got a call referee out. I know it's not a referee we lost, but he was abysmal. Like, to the point where people were Googling to see if he had a vendetta against us, like certain games where someone's gone off because just the tackle on Martinelli that's gone down his Achilles, oh, that's not a booking. Amount of time to kicking the ball away, and that's not getting him a booking. And then that sets the tone of the game. But we played into it. Learning curve. Last week, Newcastle was best performance of the season. I wouldn't say this was the worst performance, but it's the one, as I say, that we've been most outclassed. It shows where we're at this stage. Still got Forest and Wolves. Be good to finish on a high, just for them, just for morale, just to know that it's not just petered out, you know. And then we go again. Big rebuild in the summer, I still feel we're about 6 players away from like a squad that can fully go the distance in multiple competitions. 2 in midfield, a right back, First time I've seen Ben White get robbed like that today as well. He absolutely got jobbed out, man. So I'd have a right back, just for competition as well, not even cover, competition. 2 centre midfielders, a right back, a right winger, striker, who gives us a different dynamic. Yeah. Who knows, but we'll address that after the final games. It's been a good ride. Crowd was still on point. Whatever happens, you know, other clubs and their fans might try to have a dig in that, but we've got Champions League. Finished ice, we've finished for a long time, and we are on the right trajectory. So there is positives, even though in this moment of disappointment there is frustration, but let's maintain the perspective of what we have achieved this season with what we have and what we can now build on. So still try to remain upbeat if you can, even though we're gutted that, to be fair today, for this season anyway, I do believe our title challenge is officially out. Enjoy the world, peace and light, look after man. Thanks for support. Oh, and also shout out Face magazine. They clocked us before the game. Did a bit of an interview with them as well, so that might be up on their social. So have a gander at that, man, and big up anyone who says hello to us at ground, or even at, like, it's getting a bit mad now. Big you all up, man, even like in bars, and stay there everywhere. So it's good, man. Glad that you respect and sharing the opinion. Do you know what I mean? That's all these platforms are, man. Not to get gassed, to give our opinion on what we love. And to be fair, this season, it's rekindled my love for a lot of it. So big ups, peace and light. I'll stop waffling. Enjoy the world. Victoria Concordia Crescent. Peace.